welcome back to Friday Reads, where we help you find your next read, and we're on location again. I'm Jill.
And I'm Julie, and our theme this week is Take a Walk in the Park. So Jill and I are sitting in Kimberly's Centennial Park, which is kind of in Jill's neighborhood, so we picked this one. So you can see the playground equipment in the back. We're sitting at a picnic table under the gazebo. So I'll turn it over to Jill to kick us off with her first pick for Take a Walk in the Park.
My first pick is The Salt Path by Rainer Wynn. This is a true story. It's off the nonfiction shelf. It's a true story of a couple who embarked on a transformative journey walking the southwest coast path in England. Just days after Rainer learns that Moth, her husband of 32 years, is terminally ill, their home and livelihood is taken away. With nothing left and little time, they make the brave and impulsive decision to walk 630 miles of the sea-swept southwest coast path from Somerset to Dorset via Devon and Cornwall. They have almost no money for food or shelter and must carry only the essentials for survivals on their backs as they live in the wild in the ancient weathered landscape of cliffs, sea, and sky. Yet through every step, every encounter, and every test, their walk becomes a remarkable journey. So, The Salt Path.
My first pick is Walks with Sam, A Man, a Dog, and a Season of Awakening by David Berner, published back in 2020. Who doesn't like to take a walk with the dog? So, a man, his dog, and a long walk can lead to unexpected discoveries. In the tradition of many literary walkers, David W. Berner sets out on foot hoping to re-examine his life, look back and forward, and most importantly, through the help of his young dog Sam, try to find harmony in new beginnings and the uncertainties of the present. In a series of chapters, each dedicated to one walk during a summer of hiking, the author finds that it is his beloved pet that allows him to awaken to a new spirit of mindfulness, finding beauty, wonder, and comfort in the ordinary, and to see a life, a neighborhood, and even a country with brand new eyes. This author is the recipient of honors and awards from the Society of Midland Authors, the Chicago Writers Association, and the Eric Hoffer Book Awards. His memoirs reflect on our collective relationships and how those experiences link us to the world we share. David's stories are typically about fathers and sons, the redemptive power of road trips, travel, music, and the sage-like connections we share with pets. So, Walks with Sam.
Awesome. My next one is called, it's another off the nonfiction shelf. It's called Dear Bob and Sue. This was previously published as two different volumes, but this contains both volumes because it's a husband and wife team. I think they both had maybe different versions. It's by Matt and Karen Smith. This is a complete version of Dear Bob and Sue Chronicles the journey of Matt and Karen Smith, who took a mid-career break to travel all 58 U.S. national parks. I didn't know there was only 58 parks. I thought there would be more. Written as a series of emails to their friends, Bob and Sue, they describe their sense of awe in exploring our national parks and share humorous and quirky observations. The national parks are among the most stunning places in America, pristine wilderness, geological wonders, and magnificent wildlife. Places everyone should put on their must-see before I die list. Matt and Karen take you along as they visit them all. Unlike traditional guidebook, this one is a couple's perspective on the joys and challenges of traveling together. This is a story of discovery and adventure, chased by a grizzly, pushed off the trail by a bighorn sheep. They even survived a mid-air plane collision. Dear Bob and Sue is the next best thing to visiting all the parks in person. So if you don't want to go to the parks, you can read this.
My second pick is something closer to home for us. This is Door County's Best Hikes and Outdoor Adventures, 77 Hikes and Outdoor Adventures in the Best Natural Places in Door County by Joe Mrazek, published in 2020. Door County, by any objective measure, is one of the most scenic in America with loads of opportunity for outdoor recreation. Whether you're a local looking to shake up the repeat cycle of the same trails, or you're one of the millions of visitors who come through Wisconsin every year in search of outdoor adventure, this is the book for you. Whether you're into hiking, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, just wildlife watching, a trip to the Lake Michigan or Green Bay beaches, or just getting out and taking a walk, they've included favorite sites to get out and explore the natural wonders of Door County. While the popular spots are all included in here, there's also a number of places that are out of the way and under the radar to help you maximize your outdoor experience and beat the crowds. The book includes descriptions of the trails with easy-to-follow maps and exact locations of trailheads and parking for you. Nice. And because a lot of people love watching birds and other wildlife, we also include the plants and animals that you'll encounter along the way. This guide is good for visitors, summer residents, and longtime Door County residents alike, from serious outdoor enthusiasts to novices. So if you want to hike around Door County's best hikes and outdoor adventures. We like to go up there and look at all the different things up there. So it's a sample of the map with the, yep.
Sometimes you want to take a walk in a park and you don't know where to go.
Exactly.
And we're here for you for that. My next pick is fiction. This is Anne Patchett's State of Wonder. In a narrative replete with poison arrows, devouring snakes, scientific miracles, and spiritual transformation, A State of Wonder presents a world of stunning surprise and danger, rich in emotional resonance. As Dr. Maria Singh embarks on an uncertain odyssey to the insect-infested Amazon, she will be forced to surrender herself to the lush but forbidding world that awaits within the jungle. Charged with finding her former mentor, Dr. Annick Swenson, a researcher who has disappeared while working on a valuable new drug, she will have to confront her own memories of tragedy and sacrifice as she journeys into the unforgiving heart of darkness. This book is not so much a walk in the park as a journey through a jungle. So, yeah, it's kind of fun.
My next pick should be a familiar author to a lot of you. It's a fiction pick also. This is Richard Paul Evans' The Walk, which was published back in 2010. What would you do if you lost everything? Your job, your home, the love of your life, all at the same time? When it happens to Seattle ad exec Alan Christopherson, he's tempted by his darkest thoughts. Quakers are blown away in the park. A bottle of pills in his hand and nothing left to live for. He plans to end his misery. But instead, he decides to take a walk. But not any ordinary walk. Taking with him only the barest of essentials, Al leaves behind all that he's known and heads for the farthest point on his map, Key West, Florida. We've been there. The people he encounters along the way and the lessons they share with him will save his life and inspire yours. Richard Paul Evans' extraordinary New York Times bestsellers have made him one of the most beloved storytellers. I know he's popular at our library.
Yes.
A life-changing journey, both physical and spiritual. The Walk is the first of an unforgettable series of books about one man's search for hope. This series actually has 5 books in it, beginning with The Walk, followed by Miles to Go, The Road to Grace, A Step of Faith, and then it ends with Walking on Water. So if you want to check out that series about The Walk, check out Richard Paul Evans.
My next pick, I have suggested this author before. She has some stuff in Moose Springs, Alaska. Her name is Sarah Morgenthaler, and she is hilarious. This is her 3rd book, Enjoy the View. And all of these books, they have different characters. Like, it's the same location, but it's different characters. I think they kind of know each other, but you don't have to read them in order. So, yes, a grouchy mountaineer, a Hollywood starlet, and miles of untamed wilderness. What could possibly go wrong? Former Hollywood darling River Lane's acting career is tanking fast. Determined to start fresh behind the camera, she agrees to film a documentary about the picturesque small town of Moose Springs, Alaska. The assignment should have been easy, but the quirky locals want nothing to do with River. Well, too bad. River's going to make the film and prove herself no matter what it takes, or what literal mountain she has to climb. Easton Locken may be a gentle giant, but he knows a thing or two about survival. If he can keep everyone in line, he should be able to get River and her crew up and down Mount Vale in one piece. Turns out that's a big if. The wildlife's wilder than usual, and the camera crew's determined to wander off a cliff, and the gorgeous actress is fearless. Falling for River only makes Easton's job tougher, but there's only so long he can hold out against her brilliant smile. When bad weather strikes, putting everyone at risk, it'll take all of Easton's skills to get them back home safely and convince River she should stay in his arms for good. So, like, there's a walk and a mountain and a love.
My 4th pick is a different type of walk. This comes from our YA collection. This is We Walk the Sky. The thing about running away to join the circus is that it's a good idea when you believe you're running towards something. But it can get awfully complicated when you're running from something. It's 1965. 17-year-old Victoria, having just escaped an unstable home, flees to the ultimate place for dreamers and runaways, the circus. Specifically, the Van Drexel Family Circus, where among the lion tamers, roustabouts, and trapeze artists, Victoria hopes to start a better life. 50 years later, Victoria's 16-year-old granddaughter, Callie, is thriving. A gifted and focused tightrope walker with dreams of being a Van Drexel high wire legend, just like her grandmother, Callie can't imagine herself anywhere but the circus. But when Callie's mother accepts her dream job at an animal sanctuary in Florida just months after Victoria's death, Callie's forced to leave her lifelong home behind. Feeling unmoored and out of her element, Callie pores over the memorabilia from her family's days on the road, including a box that belonged to Victoria when she was Callie's age. In the box, Callie finds notes that Victoria wrote to herself with tips and tricks for navigating her new world. Inspired by this piece of her grandmother's life, Callie decides to use Victoria's circus prowess to navigate the uncharted waters of public high school. Across generations, Victoria and Callie embrace the challenges of starting over, letting go, and finding new families in unexpected places. So here she is on the tightrope walk. This is We Walk the Sky by Lisa Fiedler, published in 2019.
So my last pick, this is a very long series. I think this is number 20 or something. Nevada Bar, Destroyer Angel. And this is centered on the main character is Anna Pigeon, who is a ranger for the U.S. Park Services. So that's why she got chosen, because of the park reference. And this one, she's not as a ranger, though. She's on vacation, an autumn canoe trip to the Iron Range in upstate Minnesota. With Anna is her friend Heath, a paraplegic, Heath's 15-year-old daughter Elizabeth, Leah, a wealthy designer of outdoor equipment, and her daughter Katie, who is 13. For Heath and Leah, this is a shakedown cruise to test the cutting-edge line of camping equipment. The equipment, designed by Leah, will make camping and canoeing more accessible to disabled outdoorsmen. On their second night out, Anna goes off on her own for a solo evening float on the Fox River. When she comes back, she finds that 4 thugs, armed with rifles, pistols, and knives, have taken the 2 women and their teenage daughters captive. With limited resources and no access to the outside world, Anna has only 2 days to rescue them before her friends are either killed or flown out of the country. So, a little bit of a suspense thing for you.
My last pick, I couldn't resist. This is called A Walk in the Park by Jill Mansell, published in 2012. It's been a while, but Lara Carson's back in Bath and lives are set to change as a result. Because Lara left her family and boyfriend Flynn 18 years ago without a word to anyone, why has no one heard from her since? Her childhood best friend Evie is thrilled Lara's back and able to share her happiness. Evie's about to walk down the aisle with her dream man Joel, or so she thinks. Then there's Flynn Erskine, even more attractive now, and stunned to see Lara again. The spark between them is as strong as ever, but how is Flynn going to react when he discovers a secret she's been keeping from him? Oh yes, there's a lot of catching up to be done in this book, and is it going to be a walk in the park? Well, you're going to have to read this book to find out. This author's books have sold over 10 million copies. Some of her other titles include Making Your Mind Up, Fast Friends, Good at Games, Sheer Mischief, and Solo. So, if only love was as simple as a walk in the park.
Well, I hope we gave you some ideas for what to read or where to go if you want to go for a walk in the park.
We've got a bit of spring fever. It's just starting to get a little warm. It's fun to be out and check out one of the Kimberly parks. Get out, take a walk, enjoy the sunshine. Like, comment, share. We always like to hear from you on our videos. And until next time, we thank you for watching. Bye-bye.